photograph in which we were in love, caught in your eyes, waiting for the sunrise. I barely even knew who you were. What did you do? I didn't care.
What's up, people? So believe it or not, it's February. I mean, you can see it's beautiful weather out here. I'm detecting in just a t-shirt, which is always a good sign for February. Again, only just getting back out after starting my new job, so we'll come back on a field. It's got a pillbox right on the corner. I had a 5-minute walk across here a couple of weeks ago, didn't really find anything, but now it's all been cultivated and turned over, so we'll have a bit of a swing around the pillbox, see what we can find. Okay, so our first little find, which is ringing in, is a solid 45 on the simplex. I've not cleaned it up too much, but you can make out just around the edge. That's a tiny little bag seal. Can't see any details on it, unfortunately, but never mind, that's a nice little first find. So, okay, so that bit of the field was getting a little bit wet, so we moved across to a different bit. Pretty solid, right around that 65, 70 mark. And again, doesn't sound very deep, so let's see if we can find this one. See if we got it out straight away. Nope, still in the hole. So that one should have got it. Great big chunk of lead. Actually, it's not lead. Now I've got it out, but I can't clean it very well. I think you can just make out a 12 on that bit, so I'm wondering whether it's some sort of little clock face. We'll have a proper clean up as soon as we get back and see if we can find out what it is. Okay, so our next interesting find is the biggest buckle I've found by quite a long way. Gave off a real nice signal, just about 68, 70. Wasn't very deep, but yeah, that was huge. Shame it's got a little break in it here. But yeah, we'll put that in the good bit of the pouch and then we'll carry on. Okay, so we're into our first coin of the day, but it's just a modern, well I say modern, the old style 5p. Bigger version, so not very old, but at least it's the first coin out of the way. Right, let's find some more. Okay, so we've actually changed fields, come over somewhere slightly different. We've got our first decent signal on this field. It's a little bit jumpy, it was actually better in the ground, but we can just see that poking out of the edge there. So it looks halfpenny sized. I think that's going to be George V. We'll have a wipe down now and we'll have a look. Okay, with a little bit of a wipe down we can make out it's Edward VII. So that's going to be a halfpenny. It's a little bit battered around at the edge, especially down where the date would be. I might be able to get something off it, but I don't think so. So it's going to be down at the bottom here. But anyways, 1901 to 1910 I think off the top of my head. So this next signal is very coiny. Solid 71, 72, doesn't sound very deep at all. Let's see if we can do this one live. Again, that didn't sound very deep, so hopefully It's a bit crusted up on that side, but on that side it definitely looks like a keyhole, some sort of lock. I'll have to see if that clears out later on. I think it might go all the way through yet. Okay, so we're into our next good signal. Again, I've just swapped fields. So pretty solid around that 50 to 60-ish mark. Seems to think it's under this middle bit somewhere. Oh. That is a very, very thin coin. Too thin to be a halfpenny. Might be fairly toasted looking at it, but we'll have a bit of a clean up. It's pretty round, so I don't think it's ridiculously old, but we'll have a bit of a clean up, see if we can get anything off it. Ooh. Okay, we're going to go for another live one. I've already got it out the hole. It's just in this tiny little clump down here. It's reading in the 20s, so we're kind of looking button territory usually. Is that it? There. Feels like there's a shank on the back, so what I'll do is I'll have a quick clean up and see if there's anything interesting on it. Sorry about the car noise. You can see there's definitely something on the front of that. Don't always show a lot of buttons, but it even looks like there's writing all the way around it, so we'll have a proper clean up when we get back. It's a bit sticky out here to do it. We'll see what it is. Our next one is an absolute beautiful signal. Swap the wind for you. Right, and around that 70 mark, so let's see if we can find this one. Definitely seems to be more under this edge. Okay, so it's out the hole. Getting a bit windy again now. Okay, what on earth is that? Try and clear some of the sticky mud off. So it's like a little rectangular box with a pin on the back. It's another one we'll have to have a clean up when we get home and see what it is. Okay, so we're into our first good little find here, or interesting one. So, I'll show you there, it looks like the world's smallest spoon. It's got this little mark on the back, but yeah. Quite an interesting one. Right, on to the next one. Okay, so our next nice signal. Pretty solid around that 67 mark. It's out of the hole that's in this clump here. Sorry if there's any wind noise, it is crazy windy out here today. That is the most battered, let me get it in the sunshine, the most battered coin I've ever found. Actually thought it was just going to be a bit of scrap metal when I first saw it, but yeah, there's definitely something coiny on it. Right, we'll have a clean up and I'll get back to you in a sec. So one of the last finds, I might go for one more, has come up, and it's actually this military button. It's been hit by something, you can see it's done on the left side, but we'll have a bit of a clean up and see what we can get off that when we get home. Okay, so it is raining heavily out here at the minute, but we're into a lovely signal site. Pretty solid around that 76, 77 mark. It's out of the hole, it's on this side. Excuse any wind noise, it is a real storm out here. I think I'm probably covering most of it. It's actually my first decent signal of today. I've got a coin come out. The first hole luck. It's probably a little bit too wet to do much cleaning here. But I'd say looking at it, we're looking at a penny. But yeah, I'll clean that up when I get back, and if it's anything really interesting, I'll put a picture here.
I keep a photograph in which we were in love, caught in your eyes, waiting for the sunrise.